What's going on, guys? Here we're gonna be working on a Nintendo Game Boy DMG-01. This is the first Game Boy they came out with, but you can tell the screens are not great on these things. I don't know. I think they kind of fade a little bit more as the years go by. But we're gonna be giving this Game Boy an upgrade. In this video, we're gonna show you how to replace that shell and how to install an IPS brighter screen on this Game Boy so that we're able to see the games clearly, and it's just gonna make this whole thing a whole lot better. Right here we already split the Game Boy apart. It's only 6 screws you take off from the back part. Take off your battery compartment, and then you take off the batteries obviously, and then you have six bolts, six little bolts you have to take out of it. Right here I'm checking the board. I'm checking for any signs of damage or liquid damage or anything that's corroded or anything. These capacitors tend to blow up or they leak onto the board, which then later makes a mess. It could short out your whole board. It could kill your whole console here. You also want to check that speaker for corrosion. A lot of times you got to replace these. This one looks pretty all right. So this is probably the most important part right here, is going to be taking out this board, this backboard. It's on the back side of the Game Boy. It only has like 2 screws on the top, and then it has 4 on the bottom. You're gonna go ahead and take those off. The little board is gonna come off with the wires. Just make sure you don't yank on those, and then gently lift up, and the board should come out. Well, this board was so clean, everything was so clean, that I was wondering if this was a fake console actually. So right here I zoom in and I make sure that the chip is original, which is. So now that we have that, we're gonna put on the side. We're just checking these resistors right here next to the power light. Make sure that they're not cracked or broken or need to be replaced. So we're gonna get this board and put it on the side. This is gonna be our shell that we're gonna be replacing it. This is the what is this? An atomic purple shell replacement. Fairly cheap. They're not very expensive. It's a nice little upgrade. And right here, we already have the IPS screen centered in the middle with the connector. There's only one connector that connects to this black board right here, which this is going to replace the other board, the one that you see right there on your top left. That's the one that has the screen. We are not going to be using that no more. This black board is the one that's going to be replacing that, which is thinner and more efficient than the other one. And once you have that, you just put the 2 halves back together. We're going to put your batteries on. And I really like the back cover on this. It's also transparent. It's a purple transparent. It really lets you see everything that's going on inside the console. Right after we put that on, we're gonna pop a game in there. I believe this is the Mario game, one of my favorites. I still have it. That's actually my original game that I've had since I was a kid. So right here, let's go ahead and turn it on. Let me show you how this looks, and let me see what you think. You see how much brighter it is? It does have a brightness control on the side. You could also change between like different colors, primary colors only. But I like this. I like the way it looks right here in black and white. And the speaker works really well. Everything looks pretty good on this. I like the way it came out. But let me know what you guys think. You see how clear the shell is? I kept the original buttons also. I didn't want to put the black ones that it came with because it just makes it look a little bit more original, with the original D-pad as well. But look at how well this came out. And the shell feels really sturdy. It doesn't feel cheap or flimsy. If you have any questions or if you want to know where you could get something like this, hit me up in the comments and I'll give you a link.